Hello everybody, my name is Elliot and I'm from hahagarden.com. Today we're going to talk about corn. So first things first, is corn a fruit, vegetable or grain? The answer is yes. The technical terms say that it is a fruit, but when it is dried, it is considered a grain. However, we still say corn is a vegetable. For what reason, I do not understand. So yes, the answer is yes, it's all of the above. Right, but that doesn't matter because corn is corn, no matter whether or not it's fruit, vegetables or grains. Corn is corn and you can make delicious popcorn with it. Right. Home gardening has gotten quite popular recently, and therefore a lot of people have been asking questions about what they can grow. And if you were to ask me whether or not you can grow corn in your garden, my answer is just do it. Yes, you can grow corn in your garden. So I'm going to show you how we grew corn in our garden. Okay, so for us, I personally had so many questions in my head. Like one, where should I plant? Where should I plant the corn? What should I plant it in? And like, should I like make a scarecrow? Because there's so many crows at my area. Should we make a scarecrow or something like that? And my answer and the conclusion I came up with is just do it. Home gardening is mostly, if I could describe home gardening, it's just trial and error. You need to try things. You cannot just never try something, right? So you need to try stuff. So what we did is we got a few of these seedling pots, and then we put in some seedling mix as well, right? And then we just watered it like every day or so, and then in 2 to 3 days it will germinate, and then just wait for 7 more days. Then you can transfer it to your new pot or poly bag, right? You can choose, or you can plant it back into the ground. You can choose what you want, right? Then after that, we put in the veggie mix. And we mixed the veggie mix with some compost as well, and we just did that. And then we also added some fertilizers as well. We used the 532 fertilizer because, believe it or not, corn is basically grass. Is also grass, right? So you need to use this type of fertilizer, 532, right? Alright, so this fertilizer has a lot of nitrogen, which is very important for like corns first starting out. However, when you get the female flowers, you need to start using the 426 fertilizer. Look, you can even tell there's a stock image of corn. It's basically asking to be used for corn. So that's that. Now, okay, you also need a lot of potassium in the fertilizer. So that's that. Now, the size requirements of the pot. You need at a minimum 12 times 12 inches of pot or poly bag, whatever you're using. And if you're planting it on the ground, you need your corn to be like 1 feet apart. And make sure you do not put more than one corns in it. You do not put more than one corn in one pot, or else I'm going to come find you, right? So the minimum is 12 times 12 inches. All right. So the corn that we're selling is there's 2 corns that we're selling. One of them is the golden 1000 super sweet corn. A bit of a mouthful, but that's that. And then the other one is Pearl Gold Sweet Corn, right? But we were given a packet of corns that we do not sell, right? So we might as well use it. It's literally just called white corn, so there's that. So we're going to show you that. Let's go. All right. So I apologize for the loud noises. We're filming literally next to the road, so there's that. So first things first, I forgot to mention, but you need to put fertilizer on the corn once a week for 4 weeks for this one, yeah, until it starts showing the female flowers. Well, yeah, after it starts showing the female flowers, you put this pink one instead, right, for every week. Yeah, every week. So that's that. Okay, so earlier I mentioned the female flower, so let's talk about the male flower. Ta-da! Okay, so how corn pollinates is via the wind. It basically is based on wind pollination. So what happens is that the wind will basically pick up the pollen from the male flower, and basically like the pollen will fall onto a female flower, and then the female flower will be pollinated that way. It doesn't use bees, it doesn't use, you know, any of that sort. So if you don't have a lot of wind at your area, what you can do is shake the male flower like this, and some pollen might come down, and yeah, see, some pollen there, and then etc, etc. It's fun, it's great. Make sure you don't like wiggle it too much, because you can like accidentally like make the corn like fall down, so that's something to be wary of. Right, so alright, so if you look down here, these guys are very small, right? These guys are very small because we didn't add compost to these guys, and therefore they don't have enough nutrients. So these guys will probably, the corn will probably be misshapen, right? So you can see here, you can tell that it's also unhealthy because of the leaves. The leaves are a bit white when they're supposed to be fully green. So there's that. Now, if you look over here, you can see how the roots are sticking out. If this happens, you just add a bit more soil or compost and just cover it up to make the corn stronger. All right, so make sure that you put your corn in like a block pattern, like 4 feet times 4 feet. Yeah, 4 times 4 feet as like a block, because like I said earlier, the corn is wind pollinated, and therefore if wind comes here, it's more likely for the pollen to fall onto one of the female flowers. Yes, if you put in a row, it would look more pretty, but it's less likely for the pollen to fall onto the female flowers. Next is watering. Basically, what we do is that we just water it daily, nothing too crazy. Alright, so another to tell whether or not you're watering your corn too little is by looking at the leaves. If the leaves are like brown, then that means you aren't watering them enough. Here, you can see here the corn leaves is a little bit brown. Well, it's not super brown, but it is brown, which means it is not watered enough. Another sign is if the leaves are like curling into itself. You can see it's like not like flat. It's not like straight. It's just like bent and stuff. So that is another sign of the corn not getting enough water. So the reason why this is not like this is very dry is because today was hot. Like we watered this today, I'm pretty sure, right? And it's dry again. So after filming, we are going to water it again. We're going to water all of these because all of these are actually dry. There are several companion plants for the corn, which are cucumbers, parsley, potato, and probably more, right? And then the worst companion plant for the corn is the tomato only, mostly because they share a common pest. So you should not put them next to each other. Sweet corn fruits around 6 weeks after being planted, and you can harvest 75 days later. Alright, so how to tell if your corn is right? One way is to look at the silk. If the silk is like only a little bit brown, then that means it's not quite ready yet. Is there one? Here. You can see it's like the tips are brown, but the inside is like not really brown. So that means it's not ready. While this one is completely brown, as you can see. That means this one is ready, but that's only one sign. The next sign is by just feeling it. If it's solid and like fat, you know, then that means it is also, that's another sign of it being ripe. If you see this one is like not as thick and like more squishy, right? And then you can also take a peek inside of it to see the corn kernels. Let's see if I can do that. Doesn't seem like I can do it. Nope, can't do it. That's fine. Alright, so it's too difficult for us to see, but we already know it's right. So what we're going to do is just hold it like this, right? And then just pull down. Okay. 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, go. Okay, yes. Ooh, can you hear that crunch? Come on. Ooh, come on. Yes, okay, did it. So I got a little bit of leaves. That's fine. So here is our corn. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Go away. We don't need you. Okay. I'm just going to open it for you guys to see. Don't need you. I should not throw it on the ground. It's fine. We'll clean it up soon. Okay, so we're just gonna peel it like a banana. Like a banana. Like a very, very green banana. Except it feels more like a leaf. It hardly looks like leaf. Wait, da. Okay, I'm gonna switch around this side. Boom. Remember, this is white corn. This is not your like grocery store corn, right? So it's white. Okay, now I need to pull it on it more. Wait, nope, not yet. There's so much. There's so much silk. It's a beautiful, beautiful hair though. I'm going to just call it hair, even though it's technically silk. So much of it. It is beautiful. Look at it. Alright, so you can just eat it straight like this, like but I prefer to wash. I'm going to just wash this. I'm just going to wash it just in case. So there's that. So I'm not going to eat it yet on camera, but you know. Alright, so it is the benefit of growing your own corn is that the sweetness of corn degrades over time. So like as time goes on, the sweetness of your corn will degrade over time. So by growing your own corn, you can have the sweetest corn out there, right? So I can't wait to wash this and eat it. Right. So I think this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.